If you've been feeling mentally scattered lately, it really may be because of your environment, where you work or where you live, because clutter creates noise. Even if you think that you can ignore it, and I know we all do, right? All the clutter that's around us, over time, seeing it over and over and over, we tend to just not see it anymore. But trust me, clutter has impact in your mind and how you are thinking, how you are processing, and the clarity. So, today we're going to talk about quieting that noise and starting with just one little step, maybe one little drawer. Welcome back to You Can Emerge Positive. I'm Deanne Lewis, your host and your mindset coach and guide to designing your next decade with purpose. And since springtime is here, I can't believe it. It's already the end of March. Springtime is here, and that means, yes, it does. That means cleaning and decluttering and organizing. And I am such a geek about that. I love organization. And I hate clutter. However, I have it in my house too. I mean, none of us are immune to it. And the impact that it has on our mindset and how we're going through our day is really quite incredible. So, now that spring is here, it is time to be at least considering to declutter and organize and clean our space because again, it declutters the mind. So today I'm going to give you a simple way to start without being overwhelmed because I know we all get overwhelmed about the idea of doing the whole house at one time. No, 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 no. We do not do that because all that does is just tell your brain to be like, nope, I'm not doing that. Right? And then you put it off. So we're going to do one drawer at a time approach and a plan that you can actually stick to and you will feel the benefits. By the end of this episode, you will have a simple 10 to 15-minute starter strategy, a 1 hour declutter routine that you can just repeat each week to get through your whole home, and a mindset shift that turns spring cleaning into a mental and emotional reset, not a punishment. Not a punishment. So, spring cleaning is not just a physical thing. It is mental. It is emotional. And yes, it is even spiritual because clutter creates what I call background noise in our mind. It's in our brain. It's like this, it's just this noise, this clutter, this thing that gets in the way that makes us more frazzled and not focused, not clear. It creates decision fatigue. It creates low grade stress. It's that tiny irritation that builds up when your space just feels heavy. And sometimes what you need isn't a bigger plan. It's just less stuff. It's just less stuff. The good news is you don't need a whole weekend to fix this or to start. You just need one small win. That's it. Just one small win. So, overwhelm, as I said, is very, very normal. We all get overwhelmed by the idea of having to like clean out the garage, right? That's a big project. Or if you decide, I'm going to declutter my entire house, that's also a big project. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. It's awesome. And if you can do it, do it. But the idea of it normally is a huge block for us. And let's just say, I mean, if you have kids or just a really busy life, clutter builds around us. Even if you don't like clutter, it still happens. And you start getting used to it. Like in my family, we ordered this. Okay, I ordered this mirror for our entryway. So it's like in the foyer of our house, and it was meant to go over this table. And when we got it, it was so heavy. The box was so, so, so heavy. So we took it out of the box, realized like there's no way we could safely hang this mirror up. We have to figure out an alternative. So we put it back in the box and let it sit kind of next to the table where it was supposed to be. It sat there for months. I I think maybe 6 months, 7 months, to the point where we have friends that live out of town. They came to visit us twice in this period of time, and they made a comment like, the box is still here. It's crazy. And I detest clutter. Like, I hate it in my life. But even I started not noticing that box. It was just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. And pretty soon, you just don't see it anymore. So, don't, if you do have a lot of clutter, don't shame yourself. We all have it. but it does have impact. So we're not going to try and do the whole house at one time. We're not doing the garage. We're not doing the scary closet either, because I know we all have one of those. We're just going to do one small win, and we're going to start with a drawer, okay? Because if you're going to be overwhelmed, you don't need motivation. You just need a smaller starting line. You just need a smaller starting line. Okay, so here's the plan. This is designed to be so easy that you'll actually do it. So I want you to pick one drawer. Now, I would highlight one of two. I want you to pick a drawer that you are touching all the time. You're in it every single day. So that either means it's your junk drawer in your kitchen, or, because we all have one of those, right? I know. Or it's your underwear drawer because you're in that every day, like socks, underwear, that. Pick one of those two drawers as your starting point. And when you dedicate the truly 15 minutes it's going to take you to do this, 15 minutes, I would do it on a Saturday. Don't try and do it on a work day after, like, no. On a Saturday, just take everything out of the drawer. And I guarantee you, once you take it all out and you lay it on the counter or on the bed if you're doing with clothing, but like let's just say you're dealing with your junk drawer, take everything out of the drawer. I guarantee you 25% of it belongs in the garbage. It's old coupons, it's cards, it's bent paper clips that are not usable anymore, whatever. I mean, I know that that is like the drawer that everything gets shoved into. If you pull it out and look at it in the light of day, you will realize very quickly, 20% guaranteed, it belongs in the trash. It's old. So do that. Get rid of it. Then, if you do not have an organizer, you must get one. Amazon has a gazillion of them and they're cheap, and it will give you the staying power, the lasting power to keep that drawer organized. So measure it. Get an organizer. Either get one big one for the drawer, or I have these little ones that kind of all mesh together and fill the drawer. And that way you can keep things in like in compartments. So I have like my keys in one, and I've got like change in one, and I've got paper clips in one, as an example, pens and whatever. But it keeps everything organized and separated. And I promise you, for the next several days and weeks, as you go into that drawer every single time, you are going to notice a shift. It is incredible. To me, it makes me so happy to see things organized. But when you go from this cluttered glob of a mess of stuff to an organized, sectioned drawer, it shifts your mindset. I swear to you. I know that sounds crazy, but it is so true. And more importantly, it gives you hope. It lets you know that you can do it. It lets you know that you have the ability to declutter something. Because some of us are not naturally, like some of us love clutter. It's just part of our who we are. But I'm telling you, it affects your mindset. It affects you. It makes you not feel clear in mind. It stops you from being as productive and as strong as you can in your life. So take 15 minutes, that's all this takes, and clean out one drawer. Okay. By the way, this little like tiny tidbit is very kind of similar to what I am creating with Emerge Positive Mornings called EP Mornings. And I created this booklet. It's free. You can download it from my website. And it's meant to help you curate a morning routine so that you don't really have to think, right? It's the same thing. It's like these little tiny things that will over time help you improve your overall life because you're working on changing your mindset. So if you're interested in the booklet, just go to emergepositive.com. On the top right corner, it says free download. Just click there. And then when you go through the process of downloading it, it'll ask if you want to get on the newsletter list. And the newsletter is just once a week. It's only on Sunday mornings, and every week we talk about something new and little things that you can do to help improve your life. So if you're curious, if you're interested in learning more, sign up. It's easy. It's once a week. No big deal. Okay, so back to the whole decluttering and getting your mind set and not frazzled, okay? So once you've done your drawer and you feel like, okay, I've accomplished this, then the next week I want you to conquer something bigger. Like do the hall closet with your coats in it. That's another really good one. We all throw crap in there. I know I do. I am just as guilty as everyone else because for me, if I can't see it, then It's okay. If I can see the clutter, that is absolutely, I can't deal with that. But if it's behind a door, oh man, it gets a little bit more iffy then. So start with the hall closet. It's easy. If you're really looking for some stretch, do your towels, or go into your actual clothing closet in your bedroom. That is a big one. I would wait a little bit more personally on that. But what I just did recently? I just did it in sections. Don't conquer the whole closet. Just go, okay, I'm just going to do this rack of pants or whatever, jeans. And go through, get rid of the stuff that you don't need, keep the stuff you do. I also have a whole organizing thing that I do, which I am going to share in a second. But go through and get rid of the stuff that you don't want because what you're doing, you are clearing the space. First of all, you're giving something to someone else. Like go to Goodwill or go to the vets, go somewhere for with people that really could use what you have to give, whatever that is. Okay, give it away. And the rule that I love to use, and I think that it really works well, is if you haven't used it or worn it in 18 months, then get rid of it. Somebody else needs it more than you do. And then when you do that, you are making room for more to come into your life, or more abundance. We do not live in a stagnant environment. Everything is in constant motion. So hoarding does not help you. Hoarding is blocking the flow, blocking the abundance, blocking the energy that is coming into your life. So try the 18-month rule. There are caveats, of course, and carve outs. If you have a like a prom, not a prom dress. Well, maybe you do have a prom dress. I don't know. But if you have a fancy outfit that you wear every 3 years, obviously don't get rid of that. But get rid of the jeans. If you haven't worn a pair of jeans in 18 months, go out. They need to go to someone else that's going to wear them. Make room for the next pair of pants that are going to come into your life, okay? It is about giving to receive, truly. And it really is real. I love to do one-to-ones. That keeps me honest. When I get a gift, I get rid of something like that. Sweater in, sweater out type of thing, but just give away. It's so, so, so important not to hoard and keep because the what ifs. No. Okay, so here are some three tricks that I use all the time that I absolutely love. This started actually when a good friend of mine, she as a gift to me, she reorganized my closet for me. And let me tell you, I didn't have a messy closet. I really didn't. I had no idea how important hangers are. Holy cow. Okay, so I had plastic hangers and like regular metal hangers that, come from the dry cleaners. I know. Those of you who already know this, I know you're appalled, but that's what I had. Metal hangers and plastic hangers. So she made me go buy these new hangers, and they're the ones that are they're like soft and what is that? It's like a velvet type of non slipping hanger, and they're thin, and they're sold everywhere now. You can get them on Amazon for certain, but you can get them even at like Home Goods. They sell them everywhere. But the key is they should be thin, they should be grippy, so your clothes don't like fall all over the place, and they should be one color. Don't have all multicolor, get one color. She advised that I get the taupe because it hides lint. You don't want black, black shows all the lint. But if you get taupe, that's like the key, just as an little side. So when you use these hangers and you put all of your clothes on them, holy macros, they hang like perfectly. And all of a sudden you can see your clothes better. And I know this sounds crazy, but it is true. I could not believe how important the hangers were. And then she taught me to hang my clothes in color order, like rainbow. You start with white and you work your way down to black. And if you do that, you are going to see your clothes so much better. You will find clothes that you forgot you even had, and your wardrobe will double. It's crazy. Plus, it'll look really, really great. So that's just a way that she told me to do that. Now, the other big thing to make it not look cluttered is that you never leave an empty hanger on the bar, ever. So you have a little bin, I get a bin like, I don't know, it's like this by this, 12 by 12 maybe. And you have to have a place in your closet for it. So maybe it's underneath a rack of clothes. I have like a little area that I can put it in. And that's where you put the hangers. So you take a shirt off, took this shirt, took the hanger, put it in the bin, and then when I'm putting my laundry away, I take the hangers out of that bin and hang my clothes up in order of the color. Once you organize it, it's very easy to keep it. But not having empty hangers just scattered around in your clothes, it makes a huge visual difference. You will be blown away. I couldn't believe it. Truly couldn't believe it. And then, in your towel closet, I know everyone has an argument. I'm sure there's a whole TikTok thing about what's the right way to fold a towel. I really don't care what the right way is. I just want them all to look the same. So when you open up the towel closet, they're all the same. It looks nice. You can find what you want and it feels good. It doesn't like when you open a closet, it shouldn't bring you angst, right? You should open a closet and feel like, oh, look at my beautiful things. Look at how they're presented to me. It's gorgeous. Now, you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours doing this. Do one shelf at a time. And before you know it, you'll have 5 shelves of folded towels and sheets and whatever. It's not difficult. And then lastly, use baskets or bins or fun little things that help organize your things and look good. Don't have all different ones. Like have ones that are like kind of consistent. However, I have mismatched ones in my pantry in my kitchen where I bought different kind of bins, but they all coordinate, but they're definitely not the same. And I use them to keep like pasta in one, and I've got like snack foods in one, and all of my baking things are in one. And it's just a way to hold things together that are loose, and it just makes it look better. Otherwise, your things are going to look cluttered. So those are just a few things you can do, but I'm telling you, try the hanger thing. It will blow your mind. I had this done like, shoot, 20 years ago. I still do it. I still keep the same system today. I still use those hangers. So if you feel like you're spending a lot on hangers, and I felt like I was spending a ton on hangers, I couldn't believe it. But I'm still using the same hangers 20 years later. So they're an investment, but they're definitely worth it. Okay, so decluttering is more than cleaning. And I think hopefully you are starting to pick that up because it is so, so, so true. It really does affect your mindset. So be grateful for what you have and bless what you're letting go of. As you're going through your spring cleaning routine, one drawer a week, one shelf in your closet at a time, one section, be grateful for what you have and then bless what you are giving away. Donating and gifting is powerful. As I said, it opens up the space to bring in more abundance in your life. Hoarding is not what you want to do. Okay, so for the next 7 days, here's your challenge. I want you to carve out 30 minutes on 2 separate days, 30 minutes. And you know something? These probably won't even take you 30 minutes. It's probably more like 15, but carve out 30 minutes on 2 separate days this week. So maybe it's Wednesday evening because you have nothing going on and you're like, okay, fine. I'm going to do this right after dinner. And then when I'm done, I'm going to feel so good. I'm going to like watch my movie or TV or Netflix or whatever. Do it twice, 2 30-day things, but start with something small. Do a drawer or a shelf, just something small. Put on music, make it light. Maybe you want to pour a glass of wine too, up to you, but make it fun. And singing and dancing are definitely allowed. Make it fun. I mean, life is supposed to be joyful, and organizing can and should be joyful. Truly, it will lift your spirits. I promise you, it really will. But here are the rules. Do not try to declutter your entire house in one day. Way, way, way too much. Small wins are what create momentum. So just put on your calendar, like for the next 4 Saturdays, just take an hour each Saturday and do something that is about decluttering and organization, giving away, and just letting things go. Letting things go. Life isn't about the collection of stuff. And yet, we all have so much stuff. The one thing that I can tell you that I have heard from every single person I talk to about the subject is when somebody is getting ready to move and they have to pack up all of their belongings, even if they're living in a studio apartment, they are shocked by how much stuff they have. It's crazy. And then let's not even start about when people have lived in a house for over 20 years or 30 years, The amount of stuff, holy crap, it is crazy. So just be just be small, feel blessed for what you do have, and then let it go. And if you are really loving this idea of like, I love the idea of a reset, but I'm really not good at like just staying on point. I constantly veer off and I need that accountability. Well, that is exactly why I started Beyond by Emerge Positive. So if you would like to join, go to emergepositive.com and you can go right there to sign up for Beyond. But it is a community of women who are truly there to help you along your pathway in designing your next 10 years, your next decade with intention and purpose. And decluttering and organizing and clearing the space for yourself is definitely part of designing that decade. So, yes, spring cleaning can feel like a chore. I know it can. But it's also a reset because when your home is lighter, your mind is lighter. And when your mind is lighter, your life feels more possible. So, start small, start today. One drawer, one shelf, one bin, inch by inch is a cinch. You can emerge positive. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you next Wednesday.